Welcome back to Scotty's Hobbies. I have been doing some research on the refineries closing in California, causing higher gas prices that could be coming up, and I stumbled upon something that might be very useful in the fight to abolish CARB or in the waivers in the Clean Air Act. But before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Hit that like button right now. Please hit the bell when you hit the subscribe button so you catch all my latest videos. Check out the video library for all the emission standards that could be possibly changing. And I like to bring you guys facts and let you guys do your own research so that you guys can come up with your own opinion rather than blowing hot air up your balloon knot and making you guys smile with it. All right, let's get into this. Now, Valero refineries here in California are potentially going to be shutting down 2 of their refineries. What that could do is increase the fuel cost for us here in California, and I was doing research on that. I've also been doing a lot of research on the like Stop CARB, the Transportation Freedom Act, Leno's Law, stuff like that as well. So I know that you guys want to abolish CARB, you want to abolish the waivers in the Clean Air Act. More power to you. I deal with what I get here in California. I'll prosper with whatever I'm given, no matter what. I will adapt. I'm a chameleon, they say. But there's other people out there that are 100% against everything. And I want to bring you guys some facts or show you some facts that might be more or have or hold more validity than these potential laws, regulations going through Congress right now that seem to be dragging their heinies everywhere that they turn and they possibly can. So they introduce a bill such as the Transportation Freedom Act, Stop CARB Act, and they don't do anything with it. They just let it sit there. Or the CRAs that are going to be voted on next week, hopefully, that they say is going to abolish CARB, but they're only going to stop future regulations. Listen to this. So Valero here in California gets fined all the time for violating emission standards. They are saying that it's becoming burdensome to store the fuel that California required them to start storing 2 years ago. They're saying that it's costing too much to maintain these facilities and keep them up in the standard that meets the California emission standards with the air, the water, the ground, everything. So what Valero is doing is suing California and the EPA, saying that the waivers in the Clean Air Act are invalid, that California should not be able to set their own standards for emissions given for vehicles or for refineries. What they are saying, breaking it down a little bit more, is that the Advanced Clean Cars 2 regulations in that waiver that was granted by the EPA in the Clean Air Act is too burdensome, that it violates constitutional rights, and they are going straight to the Supreme Court. Obviously, the lower court ruled in favor of California and the EPA for granting these waivers, but usually the Supreme Court says, we're going to just take for granted we're going to listen to what the lower court says, and that's going to be the rule. We're not even going to listen to anything that is going against California CARB or EPA when it comes to waivers in the Clean Air Act. This one's very different. Now, this case should be heard somewhere in the springtime, in the spring session it says. We're in springtime right now. It's almost summer. Not almost, almost summer. So I'm going to do some more research into this. The case number that I'm going to be looking into is going to be, what is it? Case 25-1078. There's going to be a link in the description so you could go do your own research on all this and come up with your own conclusion of what is really going on. But this really might be the start of the end of CARB, the Clean Air Act, waivers, all that good stuff that's going to abolish everything and allow you guys to go delete all the emission stuff off of your decimals, which I know you guys really want to do. I'm going to be able to go out and buy me another 95 Ford Mustang and board out to a 347 stroker, just live my high school dreams all over again. Like Vanilla Ice in SoCal and his 5.0. Everybody loves that 5.0. I do too. But I would like to see some regulations be deregulated. We do need some emission standards, obviously, but California, we are given such strict rules to live by. It would be kind of nice to loosen the reins a little bit. What do you guys think should be, or what do you think is the right way to go about emission standards? Do you think this case is going to be any significance to deregulating anything? Let me know in the comments below. And if you guys see or hear of anything out there that might regard California emissions, CARB, the Clean Air Act, and abolishing any emissions laws that might affect California, comment below, shoot me a text, send me an email. I will do some research. I'll put time and effort into it and bringing to you guys my best opinion that is of actual facts, not of opinion pieces that I find out there. Everything I talk about in my videos, you'll be able to find links in the description below as well. Like, subscribe, share, hit that ring bell, check out the video library. Thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies, and I will see you guys on the next hopefully helpful video.